What's going on?
What is up?
So, I dropped the ball hard this week and forgot to do so much stuff, and then forgot to beg Crystal to redo the video. And so, Crystal did a lot. Crystal worked full time for the Lamest Chat for free, so it was great. That's what she did yesterday.
Nice. All right.
And then we dropped the ball because we didn't have a guest this week, and we forgot to talk to each other.
Yes.
And Jared, yeah, that's how I felt yesterday trying to talk to you, sending you messages in our chat and being ignored until 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, well, he was sleeping until 4:00. It must be nice.
That's absolutely what I was doing.
4:00. 100% believe that.
Yeah, can you turn back on your notifications at least for us? Okay, I know you got a job and stuff, and but I don't know. I kind of felt left out.
We got to poll the chat. I cannot be the only one that just mutes fucking notifications for Facebook, Instagram, and all of it. Messenger, I don't mute them for Messenger because it's like text messaging. But for I don't want to see every time somebody likes a damn post and get a ding, or if somebody shares something, especially on Facebook. It is retarded. Allie's phone, she has notifications turned on to everything, and it's just like me all night long.
I was going to say, do you? I hate you, Luke. So do you keep your phone on, or is it on vibrate all the time?
It stays on vibrate.
Yeah.
How's that a terrible thing at work? Your pants would vibrate.
My phone does not work at my job at all.
Except for when you're supposed to be at work and you say you have to work and you can't be on the show, and then you're still logged into the chat watching the show.
No, that's because I'm on the computer at work that I'm probably not supposed to be.
Now the truth comes out.
Shauna, can you cut that out? Oh wait, this is live.
I get paid sometimes to watch YouTube.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, we absolutely 100% didn't have any topic for today. So I reached out to
a topic, but nobody asked me.
No, we did ask you. Actually, we asked you a bunch of times, but you again did not respond.
I need screenshot proof.
I'll just screen share. You can do that. I can go through the whole conversation. Then I can see where you chime in at 4.
We will throw you right under the bus.
Anyways, Charlie, can you say his name real quick there, Paul?
Who?
His name.
Reagan.
Yeah, go ahead.
Reagan Renee Royal Reptiles.
Okay.
Sure this time.
This time I got it right.
By vowel?
Yes.
Charlie came in clutch and came in last minute to do the show, which is amazing. Yes, that was a pretty funny bit that you did there. I did enjoy that. I'm like, we're talking about him, and he's got it stuck to his hat.
So yeah. I've got a question for you guys. Not reptile related at all. Okay. This is Olympic related.
Oh God.
I'm not going that direction with it.
Okay.
When in the fuck did breakdancing and 3-on-3 half-court basketball become Olympic sports?
Well, you know who represented Australia really well? That girl did amazing. I don't know if it was a joke. Did you see her? Did you see her performance?
No, I didn't.
It's like the biggest talk about the breakdancing thing. She was awful.
I've seen so much on TikTok about this. I haven't watched the Olympics. Like, it's not been turned on my TV at all this year. But I saw 3-on-3 men's basketball and breakdancing, and I was like, and my daughter told me Wii Sports is an Olympic.
No way.
Sport.
somebody in the chat's got to prove this or say it's true or not, because like I don't buy that. Like the only thing I liked so far about this year's Olympics is the one guy looks like a true dad who came into the shooting competition. Like he looked like he walked right off the street and got second.
Yeah, that dude, he had normal glasses on, didn't have no special suit. He just walked up and was like, I'm like, that's my dude.
Yeah, he had a Budweiser next to him.
That's the only thing that would have made it better if he'd have been drinking a fucking beer. I was like, that's
should have been sponsored by Bud for sure. Okay, so I got to show this. Last night it was like, I don't know, fucking 11, and I'm watching TV and I'm kind of scrolling on my phone, and the fat man posted a new video. I only took a short bit of it, but I'm gonna show it, and for the full video, log on, subscribe to Fat Man Nation. It is the funniest video ever. Please don't take it out of context. I will hurt feelings, and I apologize.
I'm Chris Eaton from Snakes and the Fat Man over on the Fat Man Nation. I've been in the reptile hobby since 1999, and I've seen and learned from some of the best people in the industry. I've been in the hobby long enough to see multiple reptile recessions and several all-out market crashes. So I've seen some things.
I've seen some things, man, and some stuff. I wouldn't recommend it.
And I'm here today to offer some unsolicited advice and my opinion on 5 easy steps that anyone can take to make their new ball python company recession and crash proof. Number 1, get a logo made. Before you even have a clutch, get a logo made. Even if you're 2 years away from having eggs, get a logo made. Not only that, but get your logo designed by some sub $200 design company like This way, your logo will look exactly like every other person in the hobby who's been doing this for under 5 years. There's a veritable plethora of people out there with zero design skill that'll run your company name through Canva's AI and pump out some piece of shit that they call art. Go to them. You absolutely need a logo before you do anything if you're ever going to be successful in the ball python breeding business.
Fucking prick. You know what's even worse than that? That's the first time I seen that fucking. I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
No, that fucking bad. Yeah, it's pretty funny though.
You shared the damn thing.
Yeah, I was waiting. I'm like, I wonder what's gonna happen. There it is.
Yeah.
Bastard.
You know what? We kind of forgot because we've been bitching at each other so far. We got to show some love to the people in the chat.
Yeah.
Jared, you want to show some love? You probably.
Oh, now I'm included in the fucking chat.
You're gonna do everything for us today.
Our favorite friggin' Canadian lizard morphs. Sky High, Brian Holly, what's up? Yes, you spelled my name right. About fucking time. Will's hella heat. Reagan Renee, our guest for the evening. What's up? What's up? Jen Kate, Cigar City. What's up, Jen? Serenity Dragons. What's going on?
Welcome.
LMK Ken. What's going on?
Ken.
Charlie. Jeremy Bod, my friend. Mako. What up?
Patrick.
Paul Clark. Grim Reaper Reptiles. Welcome.
What's going on?
Creative Corolopus. Say that, Paul?
Creative Corolopus.
Pretty close.
Close enough.
Rambling Man. Devin, what's up, buddy? Val, my favorite little freak.
Wow.
North Florida, cold-blooded.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we got Snake X.
Snake X.
Too funny. And then, Crystal, our background running. No, she just does. No, background is Shauna, but Crystal does all of our back end crap for us because we are good at it.
Doesn't she?
God.
Did you just admit to getting pegged by your old lady?
Yeah.
I definitely did not admit to that on live. YouTube. I definitely did not do that. But no, you guys been busy this week?
No.
Not
So you
really.
guys actually have no excuse for not calling me, contacting me. Like, you guys are right off.
I was playing golf.
Oh, well, that's no wonder why. No wonder why you didn't respond, you piece of shit. You're fucking complaining so much, putting crying emojis on everything, and you're playing golf.
Yeah.
Look,
With
if I was included more, I wouldn't have to play golf.
Yeah.
If I wanted to feel bad about myself more, I'll just play more golf. I don't need to feel bad about myself with my friends.
Okay, I got to show you this. This is funny stuff. This is our guest in the background. Look what he's doing. Look at him. Look at him. This is him waiting to come on the show. This is him. This is ridiculous.
It's all right. He's almost in. He's almost on.
I'll give him a few more minutes. He needs to
get his steps up.
Yeah.
No, but he was great, and to make up for the fact that I really did a terrible job on asking him in advance. I said I would try to pimp him out as best I could. So we did a reel, and yes, we left Jared out, and I'm going to hear about it for the next 4 weeks.
No, you won't, because I won't get the notifications when you say something.
True. You know what? That's it. Whatever.
But yeah, no, I was busy this week. I had a lot of stuff to do, and yeah, no excuses. Actually, all the excuses, but none that are valid for why I didn't do what I should have done. So I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay. Well, hey, just to give everybody an update, my dad is out of the ICU.
Nice.
Yep. So they moved him to a room. His knees are put back together. They say he could be walking within 6 months.
Which is
awesome.
Wild to me.
Yeah, he went from, oh shit, they're going to take both his legs, to we think we can fix them. And for those in the chat, like this, I'm playing this down. You guys have seen the pictures. You saw how bad it was. He's lucky. He's friggin' lucky, man. How he survived, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Without describing it too much, he was kicking himself in the head while swimming.
Yeah. Without being able to feel it. And he floated in a river for 20 minutes while bleeding out and still survived.
Well, that's amazing, and Godspeed and all that love stuff. And I hope he is walking sooner than the 6 months. 6 months still would be amazing to go from losing your legs to now being able to walk. But I hope that he can even beat that. So that's awesome.
Will, he got run over by a boat
twice.
With
the propellers ran right over his legs twice.
So, which is phenomenal. But and I'm saying this, but like when people get knee surgery and double knee surgery and everything, they're up the next day.
Sometimes, yeah.
So
this was not knee surgery though. There was no scalpel involved.
Well, it kind of was. I mean,
the boat was the fucking scalpel.
Yeah.
So he ended up having one complete knee replacement, and then the other one they just had to kind of, and in their words, and I quote, we had to piece it back together and then do skin grafts and stuff. So, but he's up. He's in a good mood. He's ready.
Yeah. Good. That's
so let's hope that that goes better than expected, like it has thus far. And Godspeed.
Up and up.
Yeah.
Did you guys want to bring in Charlie, since like he looks like he's sweating now because he's right now doing push-ups?
Bring.
We don't need that guy. I don't even know who he is. I'm not even sure who Charlie is.
He is the current real champion for this year so far.
I should have asked him to do my reels last year. I'm just.
When are we bringing that guy on?
I don't know.
Who's that?
I don't think Jay will come on, but we'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Snakes in the Batman proudly brings to you its new breeder segment, 15 Minutes of Lame!
I think that was on purpose that she cut it there.
Yeah.
That's probably good.
You got a little trickle right here of sweat.
Yeah, I feel like I've been watching an episode of Cops back here. Man. I don't know if it's
Good on,
not
Charlie.
on YouTube in a while or because you three are completely unpredictable or what. But
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
I'm sweating back.
Yeah.
Hey, this
Just
is not
wait.
no ordinary fucking interview, buddy.
Also, I was about crying watching Paul see his logo get bagged on for the first time live.
Yeah, I was fucked up.
That's not the first time live. You should have seen his 15 Minutes of Lame interview.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay, but Charlie, the funny thing is, I put a reel out there, and he shared it.
Yeah.
Well,
I gave him the fucking. He's like, "Can you email me your logo?" I'm like, "Sure, no problem." Which one's better? Fuck.
Yeah, that was funny. And to go on Brian's, he was saying the confidence. Brian, you have a lot of confidence for somebody that I don't have a lot of confidence in. But I love you, and I love your ambition, and keep moving forward.
That's all you gotta do. Which is the best part. He's
Will.
getting as much exposure there is, and just keep doing what you're doing.
Will, yes, that is exactly what that was. Shauna said, shut the fuck up, quit talking, and bring in the guest.
Yeah.
100%.
So Charlie, you excited for this year's 15 Minutes of Lame or what?
I am. This is going to be good. I'm pretty pumped up right now, especially because people are already getting pretty into it pretty early. Actually, the point where Chris had to pump the brakes on us a little bit. But I feel a little bad, like maybe I kicked that off, but that's all right.
100% you did.
I
I
love your
don't think I
reel.
could have predicted how sideways that would have got that fast, though. I don't think that's fair.
But everybody's at each other's throats. It's going to be great.
Yeah, this is going to be a great Christmas. I'm picturing a lot of red.
You're gonna do a whole lot of reposting. Oh.
I can't wait for Paul's fucking shit to get just blown up.
Oh.
People tag him and everything.
Yep.
It's going to be great.
Well, now you know that he'll post anything. He doesn't even watch it.
So Charlie, for the people like me, not like these two who actually know who you are, for people like me that spent 45 minutes trying to figure out who the hell Reagan Renee Royal Pythons is, just give us a blurb, man. This is your second shot at a 15 Minutes of Lame interview. So who are you? Okay. What do you do?
Yeah, blurb. We've been running at this, I think, about 4 years now. We're in the 4th year. Strictly ball pythons. We have a couple other things, but just as pets, not as part of the breeding operation. Focusing on the higher end stuff. In 4 years, obviously, it's without significant amounts of cash, you can only get so deep into the high end stuff. But I think we've done an all right job getting into it now. So, I don't know what else I could say. Do this with my family. My daughter was actually the inspiration, the first one in the house to start watching snake discovery on YouTube somehow, and say she wanted to breed snakes, watching them cut eggs. So that's kind of what kicked the whole interest off. And then I went down the rabbit hole, the whole hyper focus, addictive personality thing, and then ran with it. So, man, I don't know what else to say. We try to be out here being positive, but I've not. One thing that I'm looking at right now that I'm trying to find my way on is how to kind of help to give back to the community a little bit. I've not done a lot of that yet because I've sat back and tried to learn first, right? And so now I feel like we're having some wins. I won't call it success yet, but we're hitting some personal goals and milestones and stuff like that. So now I'm looking to potentially try to start sharing the knowledge and stuff like that. So
I think you're doing a great job giving back to the community. You gave Paul a snake. Not that that's any conflict of interest.
You didn't give me a snake, all right, guys? I had to buy that fucking snake.
We know whose vote he's getting.
Just saying.
Guys are ridiculous. Fucking it just happened to fit my fucking projects. That's all.
But it is a double hat. It is a nice double hat.
He's in a lot of my projects. So unfortunately, or not, fortunately, I'm probably gonna be a freaking a client of his a lot.
That's what we call it, huh? He's in a lot of my projects.
A client. Yeah, got you. And all of a sudden, under Paul's Christmas tree, there's another box. I'm just saying.
You don't happen to also work at the prison, do you, Charlie?
No.
Asking for a friend.
I've also never been, so just thought I put that out there.
Fucking.
But you've got some really great ideas, and you do pay attention, maybe a little too much. You did a wonderful reel on my wife, yeah. So if you guys have not seen that reel, definitely check out Charlie's page and check out that reel. It is goddamn hilarious.
So how long does it take you to edit and everything that you do for reels? What do you use?
That reel probably took way longer than it should have. Couple hours. I mean, I did that in like a morning, sitting around. But I mean, it's pretty low tech. I think I have like 2 video editing apps on my phone, and I bounce between, and they're all like the free versions. So I'm like, oh, I can go into this app, and I can slow things down or speed things up. I then save the video, then open it in this app, and I can put a filter on. Like, so I'm like, have to use 4 different free subscriptions to do it. So.
I think these friggin' these editing softwares should definitely take Chris and sponsor his show, because how many people download CapCut or what have you just to do friggin' reels for 15 minutes of length? Just saying, it's a good idea. Chris, you should reach out to him.
Chris, though, I think has 3 of them, and I don't think you give yourself enough credit, Charlie. Like, we watched the video, you deep dove into Crystal's old stuff, found snippets in about 5 different episodes to be able to use her words directly against her. I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna lie, I was impressed.
Did I mention addictive personality? So so I actually sat and studied campaign smear footage, like Trump Harris video, for a little bit first to get the structure, and then went and watched her stuff while I was doing like cleaning tubs and stuff like that. I listened for any snippet that I could be like, oh, that's something right there. So yeah, that was
yeah, he did a great job. If he keeps that stuff up, it's going to be definitely a hilarious Christmas, and I'm looking forward to it, especially since I don't actually have to share or tag, or I'm looking forward to it. I won't have a wife for a month, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Did you start recording early? Because we gave everybody that as the one bit of advice, and Jared said it too.
Tito is just on fire.
Tito, I would give you a compliment on your slap ones. So I'm giving everybody a little bit of credit where credit's due. Now you're slapping me. I don't know.
So, Charlie, are you following all the members of this podcast on your Instagram?
I believe so. I feel like this is a loaded question, though. Now I'm grabbing my phone to look.
That would be a negative.
Damn. Let me see something.
Let me see.
I'm going to go with a no, and that's why you got the loaded question.
Yeah, look. Following. Jaw-dropping morphs. Following.
He might have just hit that button. Because I turned my notifications on, and guess what I just got?
Well, look at that. You got one extra. You got one extra
There you
follower.
go.
We got a new
One extra
follower.
follower.
Congrats. Oh, man, that's awesome.
Congratulations. Good for you, buddy.
Follow back.
There you go.
Oh,
Now,
man, you waited
now
on
you'll
that. You
see-
didn't say anything backstage. You didn't say anything. You waited on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
That was a baited
Hey,
question.
he
for sure.
baited you on it.
Yeah.
So I see what's going on here. You three are plotting against me, and I'm just going to go buy a bunch of silver and leave the group chat. Fuck it. I see. I've been replaced. It's fine. It's fine.
Charlie's now coming on the show. Is that what, did you
know
just
who
give
does
him
follow me? Crystal follows me. Tradesman Exotics also follows me.
Tito's freaking hilarious though. Like I'm still gonna love that story of him slapping a student. I don't know. Like not too many people can. I can't even go to work and yell at somebody without getting in trouble. So Tito still.
I just don't know that Charlie's getting my vote at this point. He's going to have to like really impress me in this episode and try to get a vote.
He literally has 4 months to impress you.
Yeah, he has some time to sway your vote, bud.
I'm pretty pissed off.
You don't look pissed off.
I can't even play.
So since you work the exact same genes as Paul, what are the genetics you're working in?
Yeah. The biggest thing I'm focused on right now is probably DG Krypton, more so than even DG Clown. I was working towards I was working G Stripe Clown. I was working DG Clown and kind of crossing them back and forth, but I actually had some Krypton pop up in my collection around the same time that I bought a male that was het cryptic, unbeknownst that all this other stuff was going to come up. So I found out I was sitting on a couple of like triple het females and stuff like that. And then this last year, I hit some Kryptons that really surprised, even like went beyond my expectations. And now I'm like basically full steam at that. And it wasn't something I thought I'd say a year ago, but some of the stuff I hit this year really, like I said, it really blew me away. So I think there's a lot of
15 minutes of blame royalty in here.
Yes, we do.
Oh yeah, Antoine.
You better impress now. It's
Better impress.
beads of sweat coming off your forehead, huh?
That's still from doing push-ups about 10 minutes ago, though.
What's going on, Antoine?
What up, Antoine? Who?
Gotta hit him up in the next couple of weeks to get him scheduled for the next round of 15 minutes of lame seniority.
Is there like any method to your madness of how you schedule for us? Do you the last guy will be the winner, so Antoine will be.
It's one of the last ones because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Shane is our next one. So there's actually one after Shane. It was kind of who got back to me first versus last.
Okay.
So he won't be for a while.
Yeah. So okay. So sweet.
But so Charlie, does your daughter help you out full time? Because she's always seems to be, when you're doing your reels and everything, she's actually really hands-on, which I love. I think that's awesome. I wish my kids would stop watching TV long enough to do that. So how did you bait her into that?
No, it's actually gotten a little tougher recently. Like as she's getting older, she's getting more and more of her own interests and stuff like that, right? So she's less and less involved as time goes on, which is okay, because I've fallen more and more in love with it in the process. And so if at some point I figure she comes back around, that'd be cool. And if not, I'm okay with that either way. Her name being in it, again, she was the inspiration for it. So actually my wife was the first one to want a snake in the house. She wanted a pet corn snake. And like, that's kind of what triggered my daughter's interest to watching YouTube and stuff like that. But then she was at first, she was fully, she was helping clean tubs. She was helping, we don't typically cut. We usually let them pip and then we'll cut the last few. She was like, but she got into Billy after snake discovery. So it was like the first clutch, as soon as the first one pipped, I have a video of it. You can hear her screaming in the background, cut him. Like she was, it's a maniac. She just wanted to get in with the scissors for the rest of them. So she's pretty involved, especially though as she gets a little bit older and now is into like watching YouTube and stuff herself. The reels and stuff like that are like she's still really on board with that. So I can at least keep her involved with me there because awesome. They're all into social media now, right?
Yeah,
so
her face is the is for your company.
Absolutely. And also, if it can help get some votes and stuff like that.
Yeah. The cuteness. That's it. That cuteness vote.
So Charlie, are you doing expos yet, or
no shows? Haven't done one yet. I don't know that I'll do it. So everybody's got different models. There's nothing against the people who do shows. That's a complete grind and a complete hustle, though. I already work. 60 is like the minimum hours I work at my day job in a week, on top of doing everything here. So committing all day Saturdays and Sundays to sitting at the shows, no. So I've taken, and the collection reflects that plan, though. That's a part of the plan. I've taken it in a route where increasingly every time I bring something in, every time I sell something now, I'm looking to be stuff where there's less misses that I would feel like I would need to go sell at a show. Not that people don't buy stuff that are breeders, and that they don't. A lot of times people I know buy off of each other as breeders and stuff at the shows too. Still stuff that can work for projects. But my stuff is all targeted to something that, at this point, a newer breeder, and eventually I'd like to be a little farther along than that, would need. So again, of the mindset that doing a little bit less volume, but if I have to sit and, if 3 snakes sell at 1,000 to 2,000, 3,000 in a month, it's still really good money versus having to sit at a show all day. So, and again, it's no knock to the people who do the shows. A lot of them are customers of mine. It's just not the grind that I have time for. So I had to gear it a different way.
Right.
So what is your plan to not just add volume to the hobby, but to add sustenance to the hobby? Like, how do you plan on being different than the other breeders that just breed and breed and breed?
Absolutely. My plan, I look at a pairing now and increase, and I'm not going to say I never did pairings that I was like, caught up in before, where I was like, oh, I'll do this for like a little bit of money. But I look now at a pairing and go, I have stuff that I have triple hets. I'm not sure the right fit to pair them this year, females, right? Because if it doesn't do something to help advance a project or add something to the industry, I don't feel like I should do it. And that's for 2 reasons. One, there's enough stuff out there on the market and a lot of other people in that space. I don't want to get in there and jive with them. I'll let them take that. I don't want to compete there. And then also, again, to me, I don't want to sit on a lot of volume of hatchlings. So more and more, I'm not pairing stuff. Even if that means sitting on a female for a year and saying, you know what, maybe I'll have the right male next year. Next year, maybe I have, if she's a double het, maybe I have a triple visual male that I can put to her and still make something that's a lot of value. But I'm not going to put definitely not a double het now, or a single visual single het or something like that, right, where I'm playing the odds that hard. You have to play the odds even when you're doing triples and stuff like that. For sure, it's still an odds game. But when you miss and you're making mostly doubles or a single with still 2 hets or something, or then it's not as bad.
And when you produce all your snakes and all the babies that you have, how hard is it for you to let them go?
Extremely. I probably kept about 30 females last year. It's real. I mean, they're all like Krypton het DGG stripe, or DG Krypton het G stripe, or het pied or something like that. So like every one of those females, I'm like, eventually I could use her. Like, just I'm not in any rush to sell that. So, and that's the other thing about it, is if they don't sell a lot of these, I don't, there's definitely males that you still miss, where I wind up with a triple het male or something like that. And I'm like, all right, I have to find a way to unload this eventually. But those females, I'm like, I have a triple visual male growing up. Eventually those females will get put to use the right way. So I don't let a lot of females go. There's some males out there on Morph Market right now. A couple of females in a project I'm kind of slowing on. But
so from what I'm hearing, you focus primarily on recessive projects, right? DG, Krypton,
yep.
on that side of it. So what happens to your collection, or how do you plan on evolving your collection if DG, Krypton end up I don't know, say in a year to 2 years being $200 snakes that are no longer relevant in the hobby?
Yep. So I'm consistently, when I'm doing pairings, looking for a crossover. If I'm pairing DG Krypton, it might be to Clown, Hypo Clown Het DG or something like that. Add another recessive on top. And then I also just brought in this year some Stranger, Redhead, a couple things like that to add codoms too. So I'm not just trying to just make like a base triple visual, although on the female side, I'd have a whole rack full of those all day. That'd be amazing, right? But on the male side, I'm going to continually have to bring in something, whether it's another recessive that, and then kind of shoot off a little bit of a different way, or even just some codom. So I think I brought Wookiee in last year and a couple other things, a little more blackhead, and then this year I was a leopard and stranger, or not leopard, redhead and stranger, but just trying to keep building on it. Really, I mean, it's the name of the game, right? I can't say. Like I said, only 4 years in, I've still have a lot to learn as far as that goes, but I'm definitely in the same way we were talking about the reels. I'm definitely a student, and I'm sitting back and I'm watching what some of the people who are successful have done, and I'm look at the way they cross things over, and you see them take DG puzzle. They're not just pairing a DG puzzle too, right? Some of the people who are really ahead, they're pairing that to like a sunset, right? They're crossing something over that consistently keeps adding value. So kind of studying that and looking for exactly how to do it, but I can see there's something to that.
Thinking 5 years, 10 years ahead, not just thinking my next clutch.
Exactly. I have to be like,
Yeah.
Miguel says that a lot in his reels.
Yeah, I like that.
So what's a gene right now that you don't have that you either can't afford or just haven't gotten the time or the line on yet that you think would further your collection and bring you a step ahead of your competitors?
I'm wrestling with that a lot right now. I'm trying to figure out what's the next big thing that I should add. I want it to be something I believe in. I'm not, unpopular opinion right now, or whatever they say. I'm not the biggest fan of the phrase, and a lot of people say this all the time, people who are big and know more than me, but of like pair what you love and just make stuff you like. I'm not the biggest believer in that from a just sheer marketing business standpoint. I think you have to like it and believe in it. That's a fact, but there also has to be a market for it, or you have to really think that you're going to make a market for it, or that it's going to be there eventually when you prove something. So I think there has to be there. I mean, with any business out there, any industry, there has to be demand for it. Like there has to be a customer that wants it. So it can't purely be what I like. As far as the next big investment, I'm looking at that right now. So like I said, I added a couple of codoms that I wanted to add. I added some double visual females, DG cryptics. So again, when I'm trying to make the DG Krypton stuff, I've got a little bit of a leg up on getting a codon back in each year if I have those sitting in the rack, right? Those were 2 females that I just added, DG cryptics. My thought right now is as recently as 2 a.m., I was thinking, do I need to go out and grab a couple DG clowns, like females or something like that with some size, and have those for, again, each year being able to turn back around and add codoms or another recessive to it? Or do I need to go out and really pull some cash together and really start trying to look to get into something crazy? And I don't know what the price would be to get into it, and I don't have the connections right now to do it. But when you hear about something like a Kronos that looks really cool that comes out there or something like that, do I need to look at something like that? You know what I mean? Or Cosmos, sorry. Not
Cosmos, I was going to say, okay,
yeah. So it's
a tornado?
Not sure. Yeah, something. I'm not sure what's the right angle right now. And like I said, as recent as about 2:20 this morning, was thinking about exactly that. So
if you're looking to get into Cosmos, I may know some people here in East Tennessee that work with Cosmos. So
interesting. So it's like I said, it's really going to try to figure out right now. Do I need a stable of some really high end females, or do I need to add like a codon like that? I think that the right answer for me right now, as attractive as and cool as it would feel to go try to get a hold of a Cosmos, I don't know that I have the right females for that yet. I feel like I still need a couple more double visual or visual with 2 hets, or double visual with a head even females in the rack before I can really leverage something like that. So
Did Will just say Charlie wants to bang? I mean,
Well, if he wants bang, apparently all he has to do is put out some banging ass reels for somebody. And
I think Will wants to sell him his bang head pie.
not bang.
I'm good on bang. Bang's really nice though. It's awesome.
It's mid at best, dirty.
Basically, that was his polite way of saying it's not his cup of tea, but he doesn't want to bash a judge.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's smart. I gotta give it to him. He's not stupid. He is a student, but he's not a dumb student.
So, what is one gene or one project that you got into that you decided this is a failure? I'm not going to be able to make it with this, and you push to the side to move to something else.
I am, and I hate to say it because I'm going to do damage to a project that I love, but I'm in the midst of that right now. If you go look, I've got some candy het pied females, pied het candy females, and stuff like that are for sale on my morph market. And while I absolutely love that project, that was the project that got me into projects. It's the one I learned about breeding on. Our first clutch was a candy pie to a pied het candy, right? It's just the project has never gone where I wanted it to go in the time that I've been around. And there comes a time, as much as I love it and believe in it, I might have to face facts on it. And I get tempted to resurrect it and do something like when you see like the Sunset Lav, right? I get tempted to, and you see some candy posset monsoons floating out there, monsoon posset candies. I get tempted to try to do that, but I don't think I'm the guy to revive it either. So what I'm doing right now is keeping my best females in it and letting a little bit of stuff go in it. Again, just talking about volume, right? And I have a couple of things in some of my other projects, Clown and Krypton and stuff, that have hets that cross over with some of the candy stuff. So I'm going to treat them as clowns and ignore the candy for a little bit. They're nice clowns anyway, stuff like that. And then if candy does more, I do something cool with it later. I'll still have some. But I'm in the process right now, kind of letting that go as much like I said, as I loved it. But
so your racks behind you, are they actually full or are they empty like Paul's?
Shut up! Holy Christ!
Racks, they're pretty full. It's only about
Christ, man.
4 or 5 spots right now, and there's 5 in quarantine to go in those spots. As soon there's been so many times in the last 1 year that I've been like, I hope this ships out here soon because I got some stuff that needs to move into the.
So what are you sitting on? How many snakes do you have? How many snakes do you have? Yeah, what a slap! Thanks, Luke.
Yeah, like I said, I keep it pretty small. As far as ball pythons, I'm sitting on about 105 right now. That's down from about 130, 140 at one point. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. 105.
Don't make us mute you, Jared. You ex-ball python breeding. I don't even know what to call you. Like you're on a ball python show, and you basically don't want to have ball pythons.
I still breed ball pythons. I still want to keep ball pythons. I just don't think that you can survive in the reptile community anymore being on a single plane. I think you have to fucking be versatile.
Ooh.
That's right.
Don't talk about my buddy Paul like that. That's not. I won't stand for that.
That's it. Done. Crystal's out.
Gerald, if you don't sign the divorce papers, I will.
I'm good with that comment.
Of course you are. That's fine.
He bought the judges. What do you want me to say?
I didn't buy the judges. Shut your mouth. You just got outclassed.
He bought the inmates. It's fine.
Yeah.
Shh. We're not supposed to talk about that anymore.
Yeah. I had 700 inmates vote for me.
Burner phones.
We saw it.
It's sad, though, that you could have had how many 100 guys vote for you every day, but did that happen?
Yeah, it did. And I still got outvoted.
Yeah, you did. You did.
You know what? This is how much that portion actually counts for. I still think I was. I'm going to say, I'll say top 3.
You were
maybe top 4. I'm not going to be that cocky. Top 3, top 4, and I was like bottom 2 or 3 for the votes. So
I think I finished third. I finished third in the popular vote. So
I'm telling you this, and this is it. If you guys concentrate on that popular vote, you have to remind people every single day to vote because they will not vote. Doesn't matter.
Australia voted for Paul.
Luke, I've still got the screenshots. I know what you said. Australia did not vote for Paul.
Well,
you did a video with me, asshole, and you couldn't even get my name right when you tagged us in the damn.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the inmates from Paul's work, not those inmates.
Not the inmates from Australia. That's the whole fucking continent.
Well, Charlie Zing.
and Luke does have quite a bit of Paul down there. He's basically like he's borderline Prince of Australia. So
Luke is the
colony.
We are
missed you, Luke. You've been quiet for too long.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's been lifting and getting beefy. See, I seen him today.
So Brian was calling him fat. He was really just in his bulking phase.
Yeah, but now
you're back, Luke.
But now he's so big and bulky because he's actually been hitting it pretty hard. His bike looks like it's a toy.
Right.
So it looks like a big dude on a little bike.
Yeah. It's fucking winter. It's winter and it's 80 degrees there probably.
Right. Still go out and get bit by a fucking taipan or something. Fuck that shit.
Well, Charlie, and Gray Riders, Charlie, Ultramel has been pushed really well by really key players and marketed extremely, extremely well.
Ultramel also does a better job in combinations than what regular albino, Candino, Candy,
well, they cover up. The other ones cover up quite a bit, but like Ultramel has done really, really exceptionally well because certain people put it in their. I appreciate that, but I highly don't. Yeah,
Maple rules.
But you know, and I'm going to give Billy a huge shout out here, Billy and Austin. They've done a really good job of marketing that genetic, and along with a few other key players, and they've done a really good job. And you know, they mixed it well, and it does look nice. Like you can smash it. You can say I don't like it, and then you look at the animal, it's like it looks good, you know. But it's that. But like you know the limitations, and at least you're taking your time and saying, okay, I don't think this is working right now. I'll put it on the back burner, and we'll you're not getting rid of it because then you might have seller's remorse. God knows we've all done that before.
Yeah, like I said, I'm keeping the females that have some value anyway. Like it's spot nose candy het clown or spot nose double het candy clown. I use her as a spot nose het clown. There'll be candy floating. If I want to do something with it later, I got a shot here at Candy Clowns in about 2 weeks. So if I wind up hitting a male or something, and I want to do something with that, they'll be there. But otherwise, I can keep using it as a spot nose clown.
Right.
So when you market that, are you upfront with everybody that is floating around in there, or do you tend to not disclose that like some of the bigger breeders do that say, no, it's this and this, and don't tell anybody that this is floating around in the genetic pool?
No, that's an awesome point. I would be transparent. I haven't put anything out in the market yet where that was a possibility. That's all stuff that's sitting in the incubator now, actually. So I would probably put it. My only fear with that is like, oh man, when you put extra stuff, it like sometimes the more you list and the more confusing it gets, the longer the name gets, it gets a lot less hits. Even if it's the same price as if it was a spot nose clown, 50% het candy, and you had a spot nose clown without it, and you had them at the same price, that 50% het candy might still sit longer. Somebody look at it and go, I didn't want candy anyway, and it's probably priced up because without actually even looking. So there'd be a temptation to simplify it for people, but I'm not really that way. I'd at least mention it to somebody.
I'm not saying that I've seen firsthand that some of the bigger breeders do that. That they leave stuff out, like Blade. Blade is one of the things that gets left out quite often. Pastel gets left out quite often. You know, things that people just see and don't want, you think is going to lower the price point, so you just leave it out.
Right.
Luke's got a good plan. Right here. Don't put it in the title. Just put it in the description.
Fair enough. Yep.
People don't read
Just
that.
leave it down there in the description. Hey, possible.
Well, they're going to read it if they goddamn buy the thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's there.
So at the point where they're ready to buy, then they'll see it. Yep.
Right.
I like that.
I like that idea.
Yeah. When I found out, Kent's mentioned in the comments, when I found out that there was cryptic floating around in one of the males that I had bred for a couple of clutches, I reached back out there and said, hey, just so you know, these animals are 50% het cryptic now. So if you want to get them tested or not, it's there. So
it's like a loss leader. If it's there, I just take it as a bonus. You know, I write on my tags POS, and you know, and when or if I decide that I want to use it, I can either choose to test it or prove it out.
What's up, Stanley?
Now with all my free shed testing from Charlie that I got, that I'm gonna have to. I mean, just kidding. They want another spear campaign on Crystal.
Charlie.
You didn't get a code from Charlie? 0% with hashtag Canada sucks?
You know what? We mentioned Charlie so much on the show. We should at least get his logo so we can pop it up every once in a while. Just because we do mention him a hell of a lot.
There's another podcast that did that with a lot of people. Let's not go down that road.
I didn't say put it on the show. I said pop it up every once in a while because we do mention
logos and putting them up top.
Yeah, that's fuck it. Let's do it.
Man,
Canada will want to be USA.
How many trainees did Canada have in the Olympics?
I don't think we had any.
Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to go down that rabbit hole, am I?
Well, no, because it goes down an other rabbit hole, which may make you not so friendly.
How does Charlie know that you snore, Paul? How does Charlie know that you snore?
Oh, me and him shared a room together in Tinley.
Right.
The same bed, the same king bed, and someone slept on a chair.
Hey, Luke, we had goddamn medals.
Paul snores. You piece of shit.
Oh man.
USA.
So,
USA.
Going back to the competition, what has this done so far for you since you've been on? Have you gotten more viewers? Has it grown a bit?
Yeah, a little bit. Definitely, even just from the other people in the competition, there was a lot of cross following and stuff like that happened right away. So, and then, you know, just a little bit different speed of content, you know, that's being put out now because of it. So they snuggled in there. Well, I would expect no less.
Yeah. Fuck you, Chris.
I'm sure there's socks.
I'm going to roll you in that bathroom and lock it.
Yeah. What are your big plans to beat out your competition this year?
That's tough.
Or are they secret? Like if they're secret, you
putting them on the spot.
Yeah. No, I don't plan on doing a whole lot more. I would encourage everybody to just not be worried too much. Focus on some other people who are putting out some really good reels and stuff. And yeah, I won't be doing a whole lot more. So.
Who do you think is your biggest competition right now so far? Like, who are you worried most about in the contest?
Oh man, there's a couple of really, really good ones, and I'm afraid I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings leaving somebody out. But
don't worry about it; they'll be okay.
I got to tell you, the Harbins, who I see in the chat,
yeah,
that's a scary one. A lot of history in the industry, right? So, and just really seem to be, and I don't know them personally, but seem to be really nice people. So as far as I can tell,
Tennessee Mafia.
Yeah, there you go. Inked Lady Morphs. Those ladies are pretty funny and put out some really good content. And they got some pretty nice stuff going in their collection too. And I think Flawless is in it this year too, although they've been kind of quiet, right? And Sloan too. Sloan might have that Cali crew behind him. I don't know if KG and some of them are going to get involved at some point, but I don't know. They might be torn between Flawless. I might get a split vote. Like they might help out. You know what I mean? It might split it up. So
what you're saying is basically anybody that deals in geckos doesn't have a chance.
Well, you know what? I think geckos are really awesome. I really like geckos a lot. They make great pets. They're adorable. So
I think Canada is going to be a tough one.
Crystal is great at reels.
Crystal, what?
She's great at reels. When she gets her mind going, oh yeah. So if nothing else,
I might have got the wrong one. It might not have been Flawless. I probably named somebody that wasn't. There's a couple people that have been quiet. I see somebody in the comments. I'm sorry, but there's a couple people that are really quiet so far, and that's why I wasn't even sure who I'm missing.
Well, it's because
you got Lenny too. I mean, you got Lenny that whatchamacallit. You got a lot of people.
Yeah, Lenny's like now I'm going to stir Lenny up, and I've been trying to avoid that because I've seen how he goes after Brian. But Lenny's like a politician. Like Lenny's been around 10 years. What's going to make this the year?
That sounds familiar as it does last year, huh, guys?
We had somebody in the competition for 10 years too.
What else?
This is going to be the year. This is Lenny's year. You're right. You know what?
You guys are funny. You guys are gonna stir up a sleeping giant. He's gonna see this tomorrow, and then your chat is gonna go haywire.
Who's Lenny?
I've done 4 years of not offending like anyone and being involved in any drama whatsoever. So I'm like right out of the comfort zone this year now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
you fucked yourself up by joining this podcast. You came on here. You're in the drama. That's all we deal with.
And it was because of Crystal.
Thanks, Mike.
Mike's the man.
That's okay, Charlie. I'm not worried about you either.
She killed me yesterday on that reel. She said, because I breed geckos, man.
I sure got her to upload that video just so I could play here for anybody who doesn't already. You all follow me, so you would have all seen it. So it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So more than that, is there something you want to pimp out of yourself? Like follow you where do you want to see? Plans that you're doing? Anything you want to talk about?
Last 30 seconds. Fire, go.
Oh man. I don't. We've covered a lot of ground, man. I think again we focused really. I feel really good about how we hit some of the plans for projects and building on them and adding in the future and stuff like that. So I mean, I feel pretty good about that.
Okay. If people want to find you, where do they find you?
Oh, okay, yeah. Mostly on Instagram. That's really where I post pretty much everything. You can message me there as well. You know, like I said earlier, I definitely want to do what I can. From somebody with 4 years, it's not all the experience in the world, but might be a little more than some, right? We're starting. So if I can help somebody out with any, maybe they can avoid some of the mistakes I made early on, whatever, just shoot me a DM. But yeah, Instagram at Reagan Renee Royal Pythons, like it says right there. That's it.
That's why I brought you up, just so you could see it a little better.
Was that the reason? Not because I was making faces, because he just now started following me. You know who does follow me? Crystal.
Who?
Crystal. Alicia from the Herp and Harbins.
Does Inkley Morse follow you? Does Inkley Morse follow you yet?
They don't.
They don't.
They don't.
But by the way, they're on in 2 weeks.
Well, I'm glad I know now.
What are you saying, Crystal can't win?
I don't know what he's saying.
With an
It's
extra letter, man?
The extra letter.
I don't know what Chris is
Oh,
saying.
the MS from. I get it.
I'm slow, so I'm not going to pretend I got it. Thank you very much for saving our butt this week and giving us something to talk about. We're usually pretty chatty, but I think filling an hour and 15, an hour 20 would have been a little bit much. We would have been reaching, and we probably would have got ourselves canceled. So we want to thank you so much for helping us out, coming on in a pinch. We'll probably do like right before if Chris will give us a permission, we'll do a last batch with a whole bunch of people and see if we can get you guys all riled up just before the last final vote. But thank you very much.
Hey, thank you. I wasn't an imposition at all. You asked me last minute. It was awesome. I was stoked to jump on and hang out with you guys. You guys are definitely funny, if nothing else. So
if nothing else,
that's it.
Shauna, sing him off.
Send him out.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Snakes and the Batman proudly brings to you its new breeder segment, 15 Minutes of Life!
He's way too nice. There's no way he's going to win. He can't just be a dick to everybody. What?
He's gonna have to be
pulling teeth.
Shut up.
What is wrong with this guy?
He's way too nice. What is there? All these nice people, like nice people, finish last. That's why I didn't win the competition because I'm too goddamn nice.
He's gonna have to get. He's gonna have to get some hatred. Hatred in his.
The claw's gotta come out.
He's gotta get a little spitfire, a little venom in his fucking fangs, man.
Like, he did the smear campaign about Crystal and then sent it to her and said, "Is this okay? I don't want to hurt your feelings." No, but in all seriousness, he's super nice and so happy that he came on. Like you could not find a nicer dude, and he probably should have went on a better show than this one. But
100%.
We thank him anyways.
We're gonna tarnish him.
So we do have our lamest fact.
Bring it.
So Chris was having a hard time giving me one yesterday, so we came up with this one. The season is the earliest that Chris has opened up a group chat with the contestants, and he says it was a mistake.
So we have heard.
Yeah, so it has like, and I got the inside scoop, and then you got Paul who knows everything that's going on. It has been a goddamn train wreck.
Yeah. Everybody's clawing at each other's throats. It's great. It's great, but the chat is just constant. So that would be a chat, like you say, that you take the notifications off, but you don't want that. So like Chris tried to pull everybody back.
Yeah, Chris basically gave everybody a warning, and then everybody within 48 hours, 24 hours, ignored the warning and started back up again.
I don't know about so much ignored the warning, but there was a good shot fired, but I feel that everybody's starting to, if it's going to be, questions asked, to the judges or whatever and everything like that, I think it's going to be more. It seems like it's a little bit more settled down.
So Paul, man, if you could give one piece of advice to the contestants in right now, not the ones future or even the ones future, to help them be successful, what is it?
Well, I mean, listen. I know it's only 25% of the vote, but I focused on the popular vote. But I also wanted to so when I did the interview, which you did an interview with who was that you did live, and then I did an interview with Shane. So get to know the judges.
Leviathan, yeah, I did Leviathan.
Yeah. So and just market yourself. I think that's the best thing, and just keep doing what everyone's doing. I know that everybody was talking shit and everything like that, but at the time it comes, to make your reels and do stuff like that, and it's all hands on deck at that moment. But also everybody needs to show their business aspect of it as well. That's what with the snakes and your projects and what you do and stuff like that as well. And I think that's just the best route.
Gee, man, lessons learned. What's your one piece of advice for the contestants, man?
Be an American. Oh, that's not the one we're looking for. Oh, sorry. Push yourself out there as much as you can. It's hard, but if you are a reserved person and try to be all inverted, you have to become an extrovert and put yourself out there and make fun of yourself. It's okay to make yourself look like an ass.
Yeah.
And people are going to love it because it just shows that you're a real person. So go out there, have fun with it. Go on shows. Do not worry about looking like an idiot. Sometimes that is actually what the one that's down and out is the one you want. You're like, that was me. That's who I want to see rise to the top. So get out there and just enjoy the whole experience. Have fun with it. Reach out to people that you don't think are going to necessarily want to do a reel with you. They might just surprise you and say, yeah, sure, why not? And as stupid as it sounds, while you're at work, whatever, take notes of something. If you have an idea and you can come up with a little bit of a storytelling, if you can write a rough line, like for instance, and again, Jared's going to get mad at me. So for the reel we did yesterday, it was just a small little schedule that I just said, okay, here's kind of what I want to do. And I sent it to the two boys. I said, but don't use this as lines. Just record something along that line, whatever you want, send it to me. And then I'll use whatever wording you use and I'll record it. Me and Crystal did a great job. Crystal actually does all the work. She just kind of directs and tells me what to do and tells me I'm an idiot. So it works for me.
It's like he basically hired somebody to do his reels too.
Yeah, but I'm sleeping with her.
Oh, damn it. You got me.
Okay. So I put a ring on it. Therefore,
all right.
Yeah, okay. I paid for mine. I don't know how you want to figure that one
out. So what do you have to add there, Jared?
Don't save your best reels for the end. The reason I say that is because by the time the end comes around, these guys are already the judges are already having to put their skits together or their reels together, their videos to say who they think it won. So by the time you put your best content out, sometimes they've already got their decision put in because they had a time hack to meet. So put your best stuff up front. Don't feel like you need to lag it out. And then make sure you make connections with people, because these connections that you make, they will help you. They will help you win or lose. And be careful who you have promote you, like Australians.
No, Jared makes a valid point. I would honestly just based on being if you can get your last one out, your last good one out around the 21st, 22nd, and then after that, still keep putting out reels because they're funny and it keeps everybody engaged and entertained. But get your last one out maybe a bit earlier than you think. Don't get it out on Christmas Eve.
Right.
Because I think that's what a lot of us were thinking, and learning a little bit further that the people had to have decisions made maybe a day or two before that. So just
things that we didn't take into account as contestants.
Yeah. But I would not change how we did ours. I love the fact that we put out reels right to the end because I think it was entertaining not only for us but for everybody watching it. And hi, Steven and Courtney, if you're there. But yeah, enjoy the process. It was amazing. It got us friends. It got us followers. We're borderline movie stars now.
Except for the guest didn't have me on his Instagram today.
Oh man!
Sometimes you win. What is it? Sometimes chicken, sometimes feathers, buddy. You just happen to be feathers today.
And yesterday when you guys did the reel.
Feathers again.
I just
All right, everyone. I think it's time to go.
All right. Everybody, tonight, Snakes and the Fat Man, he's got the Hot Chick episode. She is amazing. Definitely go check it out. It's going to be a good show. So that is on at 9 o'clock. 45 minutes from now. Am I right on that? 45 minutes from now?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah. How hot is she, Gerald? Is this one really hot?
Yeah, I would give her. She's definitely a solid 8.5, 9.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh, I think she's a good looking girl. I think Fat Man did good on this one.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're supposed to call it Hot Chick episode anymore. I think he just calls it the lady episode or.
All right.
All right.
Wait, you trying to get me in trouble? I don't. My wife doesn't care. My wife knows I'm faithful.
I wasn't trying to get you in trouble. I was asking how hot she was because I don't know who the fuck it is.
You have a phone.
Hotter than Paul. That's it. That's all you need to know.
Thanks, Kevin. You're right. 100%.
But check that out. And if you guys thought this was funny, like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff.
Yes.
If you didn't like it, share it anyways. Because otherwise,
the like button, fuckers.
Otherwise, Chris is gonna, boot us off his channel, and I can't afford to do that. But anyways, thanks a lot, everybody, for coming out. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a wonderful week. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care, guys.